Searching for the best soaker hose? Use this video to determine the features and functionality that make up the best soaker hose for your particular application. Before we go into details on soaker hoses, here are our top 5 picks, Garden Ranker certified. Amazon product link for each product is in the description box below. Pick number 5, the Water Right Bristle Grass Soaker Hose. This hose is made out of environmentally friendly polyurethane with fittings that are LEED, BPA, phthalates free, thus making the water safe for drinking as well. Hose is constructed with engineered strain reliefs from both ends to prevent hose kink. Works perfectly throughout the whole year, even in freezing weather conditions. Made in the USA with 5-year guarantee. Pick number 4, Black Element SoakerPro. Uses 70% less water than regular sprinklers with a built-in water restrictor to control the flow of water. Lead-free and is capable in releasing half to 1 gallon of water straight to the root per foot. Made in USA with a 7-year guarantee. Pick number 3, Rocky Mountain Goods Flat Soaker. Double-layer heavy-duty soaker hose. Has a PVC liner covered in fabric for evaporation protection. Has a consistent seep through the whole hose length. Comes with a lifetime warranty. Perfect for vegetable and plant gardens. Pick number 2, Element Sprinkler Soaker Hose. 6 perforations per foot to create a wall of soaking mist. Lead-free, striped up for sprinkling, and stripes down for soaking. Made in USA. Our number 1 pick, Teknor Apex Soul Soaker Hose. Extremely flexible for easy handling and winding. Lays flat for easy hose placement. Even soaking to the roots due to the weeping pores design with 30% water savings. Made in USA with a 7-year guarantee. So now that you're aware of the top soaker hoses out there, here are some information on soaker hoses to help you make an informed buying decision. What is a soaker hose? Soaker hoses are normally black in color and made out of recycled rubber materials. They typically come in varying lengths, 25 foot, 50 foot, 75 foot and 100 foot. Some manufacturers sell soaker hose material in bulk so you can cut custom lengths to use for your specific application. They are extremely pliable so they can be easily routed through a garden. How does a soaker hose work? When you turn on the water, a soaker hose looks as though it's sweating. It's a form of a drip irrigation system. The beauty of soaker hoses is that they are placed throughout the garden and remain static through the growing season. This means you don't have to water by hand or move sprinklers around. Many people put their soaker hose systems on a mechanical or electronic water timer so you can control the amount of water your garden is getting and determine the best time to use your soaker hoses. If you want to water your flowers or vegetable garden more effectively, you'll want to use a soaker hose. Your only other options are some type of sprinkler system, which is an optimum for getting water directly to the roots of your plants, or by hand watering. Hand watering is fine for small garden plots. If your flower beds or vegetable garden is larger, hand watering will be time-consuming. It will take you away from other garden chores. Time is precious, and using soaker hoses is a great way to water effectively and quickly. And it can save water as well. The biggest factor in purchasing the best soaker hose for your garden is length. Measure the area you need to water and determine if one long soaker hose will work for your area or if you'll need multiple shorter lengths of hose. Typically, soaker hoses come in 25, 50, and 100 foot lengths. Setting up your soaker hose system may require some accessories besides the hose itself. Here are the main ones you will probably need. Number 1. Soaker Hose Pressure Regulator. Your soaker hose is supposed to weep water into the ground. If you live in an area with high water pressures, you may need to use a water pressure regulator to lessen the water pressure to your soaker hose system. It's possible that you may damage your soaker hose if the water pressure is too high. Number 2. Splitters. Hose splitters make it easy to run multiple soaker hosers from a single main hose. They come in a wide variety of materials and designs. A typical hose splitter allows you to attach 2 hoses to the main hose. Some splitters allow you to attach more than 2 hoses. Number 3. Mechanical water timers. A mechanical water timer will allow you to control the length of time water is distributed to your soaker hoses. Many mechanical water timers will allow you to water for up to 120 minutes. Number 4. Electronic water timers. Electronic water timers allow you to turn your soaker hoses on and off multiple times per day and for different lengths of time. This allows you to water in the cool of the morning and evening and adjust runtime lengths based on the type of plant that is getting watered. Electronic water timers come in a wide variety of prices and features. Maintaining and storing your soaker hose. It's worthwhile, particularly in cold winter climates, to store your hoses inside during the winter. If you choose to leave them outside all winter, they probably won't last as long. If you leave them outside without draining, they may rupture if they get frozen. Loosely roll up your soaker hoses and store them away to ensure you get the longest life possible. Soaker hoses that are on top of the ground, rather than buried under mulch, may deteriorate faster from exposure to hot sunlight. Soaker hoses that are under high water pressures may also wear out faster. Why use a soaker hose? There's certainly nothing wrong with watering small gardens and flower beds with a hose and sprayer. In fact, watering my flowers can be really relaxing. Unfortunately, watering your flowers or garden this way isn't really efficient, and chances are you're wasting water as well. That's where soaker hoses excel. You can arrange them in your flower beds or vegetable gardens. Put them on a hose timer and water in a more efficient way at times that are optimal, morning and evening. They will also eliminate issues with getting foliage too wet and having issues like leaf burn from harsh sunlight on wet foliage or other issues that could arise like leaf rot or fungus. This is going to give you more time to weed, prune, fertilize, and do all of the other activities you need to do to keep your plants healthy and looking great. Are there disadvantages in using soaker hoses? There can be when your yard has lots of elevation changes. If you run a soaker hose up or down a small rise, the water may not weep out evenly along the full length of the hose. This could result in uneven watering. How long are soaker hoses? Typically, as we mentioned in the beginning of this video, soaker hoses come in 25-foot, 50-foot, 75-foot, and 100-foot lengths. You can also custom size your soaker hose system. You can get soaker hose material in bulk rolls of 100-foot lengths and 500-foot lengths. You'll need to purchase soaker hose fittings if you buy bulk soaker hose. What are soaker hoses made of? Many soaker hoses are made out of recycled tires. If you are an organic gardener, this might be something to consider before you use. There are plenty of articles and discussions about the pros and cons of hose material, but I haven't run across any specific scientific studies that show direct connections between the hose material and effects on the plants you are eating. You'll have to depend on the manufacturer's description of the hose material. Most say they are made of recycled rubber or vinyl, and since you can't drink directly out of a soaker hose, they normally don't address that issue. How to care for your soaker hose? Unless you bury your soaker hoses, you should store them in a cool, dry place during the winter. Leaving any hose exposed to the weather and sun all year long will lessen the hose life. Another thing that will lessen the life of your soaker hose are high water pressures. Consider using water pressure regulators if you have high water pressures. Alternatives to soaker hoses. If you don't think soaker hoses are right for your specific watering application, you might want to consider a drip irrigation system. There are dozens of systems suitable for applications where soaker hoses might not work. Best soaker hose conclusion. Now that you've determined the best soaker hose or hoses for your particular gardening application and viewed all of the top accessories to effectively set up your hoses, you should be ready to save time and ensure your garden is effectively watered. We highly recommend planning out your soaker hose irrigation system prior to making your soaker hose purchase, so you have all of the items you need: splitters, timers, water pressure regulators. Once you've implemented your soaker hose system, you'll be able to spend less time watering and more time enjoying the fruits of your labors. Thank you for watching till the end. And do not forget to visit our website gardenranker.com for more awesome gardening content and reviews.